Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. I am joined by my Bravo bestie Joey. What's going on, Joey?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. First announcement, everyone, you are now looking at a new grandmother. Yes. My little beautiful granddaughter made her debut on last Friday, February 27th. I'm not just saying it because she's my grandbaby. She is a beautiful baby, and I'm very thankful. She was healthy. Mom is doing well. Dad is super dad now. So all is well in Sherryland.
I have seen pictures. She is beautiful. You're not being biased.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you. But if you're new here, welcome. What we do is reality TV recaps, occasionally do some pop culture segments. And tonight we are going to be recapping The Valley, Persian Style, Season 1, Episode 9, actually the finale. So, yeah, guys.
I don't understand that. We got done so dirty.
Very, very. And like I said, it's not like it is a new show, but these are people, the characters, the three main are ones that we've known for years. So I don't see why they felt like
right. And there was obviously like a demand for them to come back. Mm-hmm. And they announced that it was Peacock's second highest rated series premiere ever. And we got 9 episodes.
9 episodes, y'all.
And no reunion.
No reunion, which I think is, but that's what we got. I enjoyed the season. It was good to see all of them back. Well, we have, of course, Mercedes or MJ, Golnessa, Reza, and then we meet, some new cast members, which all of them honestly brought it to the table. I thought they were interesting.
Yep.
So I thought it was a great season. I've heard some say they didn't enjoy it, but very few. Most everybody else really, really liked it. So, but here we are, the last episode of the season. I'm gonna talk about how we open up and everything, but I'm just gonna say the finale was lacking a little bit, but yeah,
I completely agree.
Yeah, I had to watch it a couple times, and I just thought, I'm a little underwhelmed, but yeah. We're going to talk about it. So we open up, which I thought this was so gross, with Natasha in the mirror with her waxing his nose hairs. I was like, girl, oh, that was so gross.
And my God, he has a lot of hair in his nose.
I know. Honey, that is love, because I wish I would. No. No.
That is love, and they really do love each other.
They
love
do.
Them so much.
They are an absolutely beautiful, stunning couple, and I adore them. I do, and those little babies. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. So cute, perfect little family. Mm-hmm. So, Adam, and then we go over to Adam and Reza. That contraption that Adam had on his neck to stretch his neck, I was like, sir, what are we doing here?
What were we doing there? I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. And don't tell me that does anything for you besides make you dizzy.
I can't fathom, you know what I mean? Now, of course, the back inversion table, I have on those. They are phenomenal. But the crazy thing, he looked, so at any rate, however that helped him, saw him. All you do. And then we go over to Tannen and Greg, and she is getting ready for her launch party for Skin by Tannen. And they talk some more about the Sky drama. Y'all, I should have played a game like Andy does on Watch What Happens Live. Like anytime somebody says this name, take a drink. That would have been Sky. I was like, y'all, really? Here's what I thought was, and I'll get your opinion. Here's what I thought was kind of silly to me. So all the things that she did to Tannen, and she did a lot, so I know that's why they fell out. But she kept talking about what was setting her off so bad was MJ saying that she was not going to come over and say hi to her. However, when they go back and they play it, she says, no, I'm not going to go say hi, because she's sitting at a table with a lot of people I don't talk to.
Right.
And I don't recall if MJ related quite like that, but that was what was tearing her out in the frame. Like, because of what MJ told me, I don't care if she comes or not to my event. And I thought all the stuff that she said to you, and that's what's worrying you that bad.
Yeah, I don't really understand that either. I mean, like for me, the Palm Springs conversation about like the jewelry and like, have you ever paid full price? That would have been the end for me. I would have been like, girl, get out my face. Are you kidding? Because you know what? I can go buy anyone's jewelry. I don't need your crap jewelry. But the fact is, I want to support my friend.
Exactly. Now that would have done it for me. But when she's at a party with people that she's not getting along with, I mean, so I thought that was dumb. But
so dumb.
Greg said that he had saw Bombshad, and he told them they were going to be at the event. So, and she was like, well, I mean, I still don't care because of what MJ told me. I'm just like, I don't get it. But then, y'all, it was so cute. Greg gives her a gift. Wasn't that sweet?
Like, talk about like the perfect, like so thoughtful, like gift. Beautiful.
It was so beautiful, y'all. It was like he had framed the product and the branding of it. I mean, it was beautifully presented. Told her how proud he was and even left space for like her next venture. I mean, really supportive, really sweet. So y'all, then we go to the next scene. MJ meets up with Reza. Child. So, I'm thinking, all right, cool, because, they hadn't seen each other since the Twilight opening, they're getting together, whatever. And it starts off that way, he compliments her on the event. He said he was so proud of her. But then here's where he went wrong a little bit. He brought up about how that Tommy thing, how Adam told him that Tommy was outside. And that when he went outside, it was like, then Tommy wanted to leave.
No, because I gave my opinion last week, and my opinion still stands.
And it was good. Yeah.
Tommy was so clear about his boundaries and his intentions. He said, I will absolutely sit down and talk with you. We're almost done filming. As soon as we're done filming and cameras are gone, let's sit down and talk. The fact that you are so butthurt about Tommy not wanting to talk to you, even looking your direction, as he's just dropping stuff off at MJ's event, should not be a trigger for you because his intentions were very clear.
It was.
And you didn't respect his boundaries because Reza, you should have stayed in the house.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what he should have done.
You went outside, made it awkward, and then when Tommy left, you were like, no, shut up, Reza. Like, no.
I agree 100%. I was like, we are not back there. And then he was like, the best way I can describe it's like it hurt my feelings. And I'm just like, dude, no.
You've hurt many people's feelings over like the years.
That he has. So MJ tells him, look, Tommy just didn't want to put himself in a position where he could get his own feelings hurt. He's still processing. And then he goes, well, what about you having to be like a single married person? I hate when they say that at every event. And he says that she's not sparkling the way she used to sparkle, and he's worried about her. Now, I felt like that was fair because what irritates me about MJ is she has made comments about it herself, not only to Reza, but to the rest of the friends. To Gonessa. I mean, it is not a secret that she's struggling a little bit. So as a friend, she tells him, she's fighting for a marriage because she's looking at Champs. I didn't realize her parents were divorced. Where was I? I thought they were together still before he passed, but
no, I think that they were not even together when the show started, Shaw's, right?
No, they obviously not. No, because they divorced at the same age when Mercedes was Shant's age.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess they must have just been around. I don't know. I don't know. And she said, that when she looks at her son, she just doesn't want the same result. She doesn't want her family to be a statistic. And Reza says, but at the risk of your happiness. Fair statement.
Yeah, and what life is Shams really getting if he's with married parents that hate each other.
Exactly. That doesn't work out so well. Kids pick up on that stuff. They're not dumb. They can
100%.
So MJ says she appreciates where they are in their relationship, but he's crossing the line. And I went, now.
Same.
And
I mean, like, it's just like, for me, I get how she might feel like, oh my God, I'm getting it from all angles. Everyone's talking about it. But girl, you're always talking about it.
And that part.
And if you want to be mad at like a Tannen or a Sky or whoever for giving their opinion, I don't know close, but Reza's your friend from like grade school. Your brother, you always say. And I feel like if your best friend can't be honest with you about how they feel, then like that's like not like a friendship. So,
I agree.
I mean, I don't really know what she expected. At the same time, I also feel like as a friend, this is what I do, or like my like beliefs, you give your honest opinion, and then whether they listen to it or not, your job is to like support them, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think Reza said anything out of line. He's definitely said worse in the past.
Yes,
you know, I mean,
I
don't know, like what she's expecting. I think her expectations are a little unrealistic.
I thought so too. And I thought, you could tell he was really shocked at that and probably hurt. You know, she says she wants to work on things, though they seem far apart. The love is there, and they do all these flashbacks of when they got married, MJ and Tommy got married, and then when he proposed or whatever. So I mean, I get it. You want to fight for your marriage, whatever. She says she's fighting for her marriage to be better, and she doesn't want to feel judged because of it. And he's like, "Who's judging you?" And because it wasn't about that. He was just concerned for his friend. And then she says she wanted to feel like she could open up to Reza, but she didn't want to get burned in trusting him. That was wrong. And she also didn't want to give Tommy the satisfaction of saying, look, I told you so. You open up and trusted him and he burned you again. But look, if you have made up, y'all are friends, why would you? There was no other indication that they have any struggle in their friendship other than, because he said something about Tommy. But I just thought, girl. So Reza was like, I thought we were at a place that we trust each other. But he said, you know what? I agreed to not say another word about your relationship. And he said he hoped that they would get better, but things would get better between them and they're able to communicate. But then he cuts it short and asks for the check. And I don't blame him because I'd be done.
No, I don't blame him at all. And if she's mad about him voicing like that opinion, then she's going to be real sad about social media after like this like show airs.
Right.
I mean, my Lord, because you know what? At least like your friend was kind and supportive. Exactly. Social media, girl, going to tear you and your husband apart.
They are. They really are. I have lots to say about their therapy session. I don't think that therapist was very neutral. No, she wasn't. Then y'all was a quick little scene with Sky and Bombshot. I always say his name crazy. I don't know. They're in the car with their kids. It was cute. Kids ask them what they're going to do for the summer. Sky's like, y'all are going to go to tennis camp. And they were like, no, we mean for vacation. So their choices are Greece or Bora Bora. Must be nice.
I mean, I don't know like what they do for work. I don't know what Bombshot does for work. I don't know what their financial situation is. But what I do know from watching the show is that she thinks that they are in a different tax bracket than apparently he feels like they are.
She does. She's like Lisa Barlow on the show. She lives a very different lifestyle than the rest of them.
Yeah,
in her head. I
mean, she wasn't like, oh, we're gonna go to Cabo, which is like a hop, skip, and a jump from them, or blah blah. Or we're gonna go, to Florida. Or no, they're gonna go to Bora Bora. I mean, like that's not even like an option for me.
No,
like that. That wouldn't even cross like my mind.
No. I'm like, okay, got it.
And of course, they're in like their Porsche SUV. And
yes.
I mean, I don't know their whatever. It seems a little keeping up with the Joneses for me.
Very much so. Very much so. very much so. And it didn't, it didn't, I didn't miss the fact that she, that scene was for her to say, oh, we're going to Greece, Bora Bora. Yes. Like, girl, please.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just stop in Greece on our way to Bora Bora.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Not mad at you. So then we go with Reza J and Gigi. I thought that was the coolest place with the Salt Valley Camp or whatever it was.
Yes, I've been dying to do one. There's literally one like 10 minutes from like my house, and I've yet to go, but I hear it is supposed to be like magic. Like whatever ailments like you like may have, it like it's supposed to be like some like miracle that like cures everything.
I've heard. I have always wanted to do it myself. So I was so fascinated with that. It was so cool. And the walls are made of Himalayan salt and salt on it. Was really cool.
I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to like touch the walls or like lay in like the sand, but God bless them.
No. And he took her there to get her, an opportunity to, be a calmer version of herself. And that's what he does. So I already told you about the walls being made of Himalayan salt, and it's supposed to help with stress and anxiety and detoxes you. And that's what I want. Like, I could just imagine like all the, like you said, the ailments, like the little pains I have just being like sucked out of it. That'd be
supposed to be great for pain, for allergies, for asthma, for, like everything.
That is so cool. I'm going to put that on my list. I'm going to get to one. Totally gonna do it. So he immediately gets on the ground, which was dumb. And he wants Gigi to walk on his back. And then there's like, his confessional. He still believes he has a chance with her.
She would eat him up and spit out his bones. He is way too nice for her.
I know.
Like, yeah, that's not gonna. No. Reza, love you, love him. Would watch a whole show about him. Run for the hills. No.
Oh yeah. I mean, she even says in her confessional, she's like, "I am a man eater." He is like an appetizer. Yeah. But he talks to her about how he had tried to mediate between Tannen and Sky, and that didn't go so well. And she tells him that Gigi just says, look, Tannen was genuinely hurt by Sky, and Gigi's at the place now where she's up to here with Sky, and she's like, I'm trying to keep Loch Nessa at bay. But she's coming right here. Y'all, she is sick of Sky, the way she talks to her friends, the way that she talks about the valley. And rightfully so. Yeah.
Yep. Don't let that go off. We all support you.
Totally. So next we are with a scene where Tommy and MJ go to therapy, marriage counseling. And
it was dark.
It was so dark. Poor Tommy. I mean, I know he has his things, but he's been through a lot.
Yeah, he has, but also like his like refusal to compromise with like anything will ultimately be like their demise, even though he's been through like a lot, and I feel like maybe he needs to be like more honest about that. I find his absolute refusal to compromise very jarring. Yeah, because
you can't fix what someone won't when they can't meet you halfway, and that ultimately is, I feel like, where it went. There's definitely an attempt. Her even, he was willing to go. That was great. I did think, because one of the first things they wanted to talk about was his anger issues. But then he talks about, we find out that his mother died when he was 13. And I guess I don't know where his dad was, but he said he had no dad. So he said he'd been going to therapy for a long time. And he said, but, like a lot of his therapists really sucked. So he hoped this one was going to actually help them, but she wasn't that great, y'all.
No. And I hope that he's like, during like this period, like also going to therapy, like by himself.
For himself. Yeah. Big time. Yeah. MJ tells the therapist that they've been married for 7 years, and lately they've been struggling to connect. And Tommy admits he's not perfect, but there are a lot of critiques. And I think he feels like, which, you do see a lot of scenes where it seems like MJ is correcting him or somewhat criticizing him. I mean, but he's
not doing anything to make the situation better. I'll tell you that much.
He's not. He is not. And so and the therapist says most times when couples argue, there's something deeper going on. And from her perspective, it looked like that was unmet needs and longing for something more. And Tommy immediately is like, he disagrees. And the therapist lets him know, well, I think that's how she feels. And she says that she feels like she's on a solo mission socially. And the therapist is like, well, if, couples need to have the same friends and need to do social events. And I thought, yes. But so she suggested they work on that. I don't know, though. I mean, you should, but it's not the end of the world. Because, he says, though, he's been to many parties and things with her. And the minute they get there, she abandons him, or that's how he feels. Funny how the therapist didn't say a word about that.
Nope, nothing.
She did not. So I'm thinking, okay, so you need to validate the way he feels too, because, and plus you have to realize for MJ particularly, her friends are like, they're like family. And so when she gets with them, I could see how he would feel kind of left out or kind of, you know what I mean?
Right, and you figure, right, like we have never, not on Shaw's, not on this show, ever seen him have like a big group of friends in LA. It's all of her friends, and he's kind of like the transplant, like we saw when they went back to New York or Boston, wherever, like New England, whatever. That's where all his friends and family were. So like, so for like her, and I mean, I get it. Like when you go somewhere with someone and they just like abandon you, like it's awful.
It is.
And I mean, I could definitely see her doing that. I think it's important though, like to have like both, right? Like, yeah, you do have to do some social things together, but I don't think that should be like the main emphasis of like your like relationship. Like, I think it's really important to have like your own friends doing your own thing as well.
I do too. I honestly do. So I was kind of like, well, she says him being so extra about not hanging out with her friends makes her feel emotionally neglected. I just feel like MJ does too much sometimes. I'm like, girl,
it's been her ammo for years.
I know, but it just, and she'll say it in like this calm voice, but it's just so I don't know. It's like, girl, it's not the end of the world. I mean, and let's be clear. Your husband struggled with the whole Reza Adam thing for a while, and he's going to work on that. But how Reza's going to be at every one of those events, and so how do you expect? I felt like she made such a big deal about that. And he was home with their son, so it's not like. But I get it. Sometimes when you're doing stuff, particularly when they went on that trip, yes, he should have gone with her. Sure, but yeah, she feels like she's been minimized, dismissed, or no, he felt minimized, dismissed, not treated well, which makes him angry because he says, "Look," because she said you need to work on your anger issues, and he said, "There's a reason I'm angry." And so, but she still said you do, and he does need to work on his anger issues. I mean, he pops off quick. I'm like, dude, chill.
Always has.
Always. He gets upset and says it feels like the therapist is saying MJ's got it all figured out, and the only issue is him, and he has to work on his anger issues. And I kind of thought, yeah, she kind of is acting like that because there was nothing. I didn't hear her say anything for MJ specifically to work on, because he talked about how he feels criticized by her. She didn't say a word about that. Nope. I mean, yeah. So at any point, he talks about when he moved in with his grandmother, there were aunts and uncles in the house too. but no one was living the life that they wanted to, and he could feel it. He talked about also after his mom died and he lived with his grandparents, they fought and they said terrible things to each other to the point that he ended up living on the streets. He left. So apparently his background, it just, was rough. He said it was very important for him. I felt so bad for him though. It was very important for him that he have a very strong family unit, and that his son felt love, and that his wife felt love. And I thought, oh, I hate that.
I know. And I feel like Shams definitely feels love.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like MJ has to feel like love from him. Like, I don't doubt for a second that he like loves her head over heels.
Yeah.
They're just in this like really just awful situation at the moment.
The truth of the matter is, there's just, I feel like, she's not happy with his money situation. I can't say I blame her. I just feel like, and sometimes 7 years, they usually call it 7-year itch. 7 years, it can be, I think I'm currently in my 7th year married. I'm good though. So this is that about me. But my first one, I remember around that year, it did get a little, there was some things, communication starts to wane. You may, I know, start to grow apart some. I feel like that's kind of what it is. I just think she wants more. I think that he embarrasses her. I think that, I don't know, because, that's why it made me feel bad, because you can tell the man loves her. Yeah. And it's a shame they couldn't work that out, but
I know.
I don't believe in living your life unhappy. So, if that, hey. However, y'all, this next scene, oh my God. Amir brings his wife to his late wife Lauren's grave. Y'all, I was like, oh.
I can get teary-eyed just even like thinking about it, actually.
God, absolutely. I know. It was so emotional, and I just thought, number one, it was so beautiful that she wanted to go with him. And then the fact that she said, and him, the stuff that he's like, I hate the fact that I don't want her to feel like she has to carry this. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. But, but it was like she said, she felt like, she was going there to meet her, and for him to say, thank you for bringing us together. And y'all, let me just say, in the way he cried, y'all, I just, yeah, I'm gonna have to get past this one a little fast, but all in all, I would just say it was a beautiful scene. It was very touching. They are an absolutely amazing couple, and the way that she supports him and is, it's beautiful, because it just is. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go to the next scene,
please.
So, skincare launch party time. So everybody's coming. Of course, the hot button is whether or not Sky will be there.
For better or worse, everyone's coming.
Everybody's coming. She gets there late, which what I found so it was a couple things. First off, I thought it was I did like that they made up. And it did seem sincere, I thought.
No, I agree. Because at first, like, even like the car ride or whatever, like, she was already being like negative.
She was.
And I was like, you know what? Like, why? You know what? Then like, don't go.
Then
like,
don't
stop going to things to be a Debbie Downer and bring everyone else down with you. It's so incredibly frustrating. I don't know if you feel like you're contractually obligated. I don't know if you're just obsessed with like the screen time, because we know that you think that you're like doing like big things. So you're trying to like be, I don't know, maybe use this show to get famous. I really don't know. By the way, it's not working out for you very well because everyone hates you. But then she got there, and the tone did change a little bit. I thought her and Tannen had, probably for the first time that we've seen in a while, a great conversation.
I did too. I did. But let me tell you what I thought I found childish. I thought Reza acted very childish.
Always
she's talking about oh my God, she's talking about us. She's talking about us. You know, she said we were hiding this. She's talking about us. And,
you know, he gets hyping Golnessa up.
Wasn't he? That's what I was getting. Yes. Had her all hyped up. And I'm like, God, what are y'all in middle school? Yeah. I mean, Sky, not a good person. Yes, I get it. Y'all don't like her. But that was unnecessary. They were talking. And honestly, she finally got clarification in the whole her not wanting to say hi thing. MJ did leave out the fact that she said, well, why would I go over there and say hi when she's sitting at a table full of people I don't talk to? And, and Tannen even says, oh, well, that's different. See, that's not how it was relayed to her. So,
but that's why, like, they needed to just sit down and have like an honest conversation from like the get-go and not be like so. And I mean, that's not on Tannen, in my opinion. That's on Sky.
Agreed.
But I'll tell you right now, Sky apologizing was not on my bingo card. I'll tell you that much.
Mine either. And not to that degree with that level of sincerity. I mean, it sounded very sincere. And it wasn't forced. I mean, she freely gave it to her. So, I mean, okay. Which was good. And then at that point, y'all, what I thought was, you know, the whole Golnessa getting hyped up and deciding that she wants to throw the drink on her. I thought
that was Loch Nessa.
That was Loch Nessa, but I thought, first off, you know, she let them hype her up. Mm-hmm. And then it just didn't land well because it got on Tannen too. More to me, it was like more on her than on Sky. And then Tannen was upset because it was like, no, this is my event, and you know, we could have not had that. Of course, Sky goes all crazy, threatens to call the police, and Gigi cared not, though, honey. She still was like, it's what it is.
She didn't care at all, and even when like Tannen came over to like talk to her and blah blah, she was like, yeah, I threw the drink, and
and yep. So at this point, she tells Golnessa, look, hey, I'm on, you know, don't put your hands on her. Do you promise? And she's like, I'm not gonna touch her. So, you know, anyway, at that point, things calm down some, and then the party isn't it's a success. And then we see them, you know, dancing and having a good time. And I mean, that was basically the episode, other than, you know, they do the reflection thing on each individual. Biggest takeaway is we find out October 17th of 2025, MJ actually did file for divorce. And I thought, dang, you know, I mean, I knew that anyway. Right. But in watching the show, I felt bad because I did see where I felt like if he could have done a few more, if he could have changed some of those things, that it really could have worked. She ends up moving out the house. I think they said, what, like 6 months later. And then he buys a house, or he gets a house that's really close by. So I did hear her speak, because she's always on Jeff Lewis, which I've listened to a few times when I can tolerate it.
I can't stand him.
I know. He is something else. I can tell you that. But she's on there for somewhere. She worked with him on or something. And she did say that they did co-parent very well. So
that's good, at least.
That is good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the rest of them, I think what we had Reza J saying that he would like a long-time girlfriend at some point, but until then, you know, he was still gonna.
I know. I just like love him. I really hope that he does find someone.
I do too.
I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna get a season 2 because I feel like it was very successful.
Yeah.
And I hope that, like, I mean, I guess I hope they all come back. I mean, I could really do without Sky, but
I can do without Sky.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, shows nowadays, maybe like they do need like a villain. I don't know, but I just like love Reza J, and I really hope that he does find someone.
I do too. I just couldn't see how he couldn't. He's so cute, but I don't know. I think Natasha and Amir, she was just kind of saying like, she was thankful. And they were like, "Are you stopping at 3?" She says, "Yeah." Of course, Amir's like, "Well, you never know." I'm thinking,
oh
here you
my
go.
God,
I know,
no.
right? No, no. And I don't remember Rez and Adam. I think they're all lovey-dovey. I don't even remember what their thing was, but um Tannen and Greg, he's back in the bed. I guess well, we know they had some issues at one point, but he has really come around, shows support, so their relationship has gotten better. And I think, am I missing something, Joey?
Yeah, Golnessa is still dragging her ex along. I
my God.
understand what kind of voodoo magic is happening where this man is paying her part of your rent. Yes. And you're not even together.
No. And remember, so they were talking, I did forget the whole conversation. They were talking about their two businesses doing well. So there's intimate with Gigi or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course the Valley Girl. He talked about his friend's going to give her a billboard in Vegas that he had found a couple houses near about close to where he lived in a gated community. I'm thinking,
and just
I'm
like you, James. So I'll throw some money and blah blah. I'll help you out.
He sure did.
What? She threw you off your trip not that long ago. What?
I know. Girl, you need to write a book, sis. I mean, hey.
Honestly, share your secrets, Golnessa, because
please. Because I'm like, okay, so that's still a thing. So yeah. So y'all let us know in the chat what you thought about the season 1, the Valley Persian style, and I'm believing they're coming back for a season 2. I just can't see how not. Right. I mean, it was successful. So, and then I was going to ask you, so what else are we watching? Because I did watch House of Villains, but I have not finished the last one just yet.
Oh my God, it's so good. I mean, I said, I wish I was last time. There was 3 episodes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So entertaining. I think that the cast is so stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have some real winners. The return of Drita Devanzo, I will never probably recover from. But just as much so, the return of Christine Quinn, I will just not recover from at the same time.
Yes.
I mean, another show with Tom Sandoval.
I was about to say, I could have done without that. I could have done. He was getting on my nerves.
He's so annoying. He's such a pick me, and I feel like he really did some reprieval with the Traitors, and this show's not going so well for him already, and it's just not going to end well.
No.
I mean, obviously, the Queen Kate Chastain of villains and crap talking. I just feel it is just so good. Especially compared to some of the other crap that's out there. I'll be honest, I didn't even watch Beverly Hills this past week. It's
it was terrible.
Not on my radar.
It is so not good, Joey. I mean, I watched it, but it was so unmemorable. Except for the one thing I will tell you is how what is Bose's fiance, Keely?
Yeah.
Made the comment that, what if I didn't have or lost my job or didn't have a job or whatever, and
I love that you bring him up because a big Demois blind item that's been rotating the past few days around social media is that this West Coast housewife's man, blah blah blah. Something about I don't know if it was prostitutes or other multiple other girlfriends, young girlfriends or blah blah. And I'm thinking who could that? I don't even know who's in a relationship. Beverly Hills, everyone single,
right?
And every single comment was talking about Bose, talking about Keely. And I'm I really hope that that's not true. And you're not dragging this woman who, I'm sorry, should not be having another child. It's very dangerous.
Very dangerous. Right.
Into having a child and going through all the shots and all his appointments to be cheating on her. I'll tell you that much right now.
I know. But there's something about him. It would not shock me. And I thought of ever since the very first time he came on the scene, I've always thought something ain't quite clicking right with that one. I don't know. And she's a smart woman, so it just because remember how he used to evade questions and
yeah, and we were thrilled when her daughter finally gave him like the 5th degree at dinner like that time.
Yeah, that was pretty great. But I just I mean, and I hope that's not the case for her because she does seem like she's so in love. But outside of that, I mean, it was so boring, Joey. I mean, I'm just like, y'all, I don't know. And I mean, I don't know what they're doing in the ratings or whatever, but not a good season.
I mean, I feel like their ratings though are still semi-decent, which I don't understand.
And you got folks that are just, you know, that are going to watch and stand by them anyway, but there's just nothing going on. I mean, outside of Dorit constantly talking about PK, which is starting to get on my nerves. Kyle is
I know, but in my ultimate world, I feel like we could run the show. Well, first of all, Bo's got to get rid of like that guy. But
yeah,
I would like for them to just bring back, and I know this will never happen, but just bring back Rachel, Dorit, Erica, and Bose. And then like let's add some like newbies because I'm sorry, I don't need Sutton. For the love of God, we do not need Kyle Richards.
No, we don't.
And
Kyle has no storyline.
For the love of she hasn't had a storyline in like years. And then like Amanda, girl, wrong show.
Right. I agree. Poor baby. I mean, no, ma'am. It just no, it's not working. I don't think she'll be back. I mean, stranger things have happened. I don't believe she'll be back.
No, I think that in Beverly Hills, man, they are really going for these one and dones. I mean,
they do.
They're like stacking bodies when it comes to like the one and dones. I mean, between Anna Marie, Diana, and now like this chick, like guys, get it together in casting. If that was like any other profession or any other job, these people would be fired.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's
casting
like
would be like fired in a heartbeat. But
yeah, they got it very wrong. I did also watch the third or the final part of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion.
Me too.
Yeah.
A lot happened in like a very short amount of time, I feel. I feel like they really got into Wendy, which was, you know, intense. I thought the exchange between her and Karen was interesting, where Karen was like, I'm telling you to shut up, not to be mean. I'm telling you to shut up because you're in the middle of like litigation. And why are you talking about this on national television? Your answer to Andy should have been like, I can't talk about that right now. And I was like, you know what?
That's so true.
She's 100% right.
She is right.
You're saying way too much. And from what we know is what you're saying is probably a lie. Because like Giselle said, when the feds come for you, they already have their entire thing laid out.
They sure do.
Feds don't pounce unless they have a substantial
unless they have an airtight. That's right. So I was like, yeah, it's not looking good for Wendy. And like I said before, the best thing, which I'm sure her attorneys will tell her, is to her and Eddie gonna need to do some sort of a plea deal.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Which I mean, it's gonna end in jail time no matter what, I feel.
No matter what.
You know, which is sad for like their children, but I mean, and again, like not a good season for all this to happen with, oh, we're gonna redo the house and we're gonna do this and we're doing this and and I'm like, oh my God.
So bad, Joey. It was so
bad.
Oh, I was like, ooh, it's hard to watch. But I'll give it to them. They ended up having a pretty decent season. I don't know that I want Angel to come back.
I want to know though, what do you think that voice note that Monique played was about? I mean, like the whole thing was like beeped out. We couldn't hear anything.
Nothing. And nothing. And I mean, looking at Giselle's reaction, and I don't know. It's Stacey's reaction.
But I feel like no one can shake Stacey, which is what I really like about her.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't get shaken easily. She's like, I know my truth and blah blah. And I'm like,
agreed.
I don't know. Even Andy was like,
he was. I know. So I want to know, but I have no idea. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's something that came from the big chick. What was her name? Cookie. But Monique already knows, kind of like she don't really mess with Cookie either.
Monique's not a Cookie fan, right?
No. So I'm like, don't know what it was, but obviously it was good. And to be honest, I think she did go on some dates with him. I think she may have said something to him. I do, but she's not going to admit it. So what are you going to
do? No. The other thing that I absolutely loved was we keep talking about how, like, Giselle, your time has come and gone. And then at the very end, they're like wrapping up the reunion. I think it was like Kay. And she was like, are we going to do like Giselle? And Giselle's like, I didn't get a package. Because, girl, you have nothing going on. You had zero storyline the whole time besides being a bullying mean girl.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They didn't even give you a package. They didn't give you a section. Nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing. Because that's what you gave us. Nothing. So that's what you get.
Right. I mean, even boring, storyless Kyle Richards gets a package. They pull together something for her.
I know.
Wild. I don't think I've ever seen that, especially a veteran.
I know.
In one reunion, you got knocked out of first chair and you get no package. Girl, pack your bags.
I know. It was, I loved every bit of that.
I know you did.
Not a Giselle. Yes. But yeah. So guys, leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought about Real Housewives of Potomac. We talked House of Villains a little bit. Are y'all watching?
We can't not talk about the Traitors finale.
Traitors. Oh my God. Yes. Listen, y'all.
Let me tell you something. Best season I've ever seen, I think.
Absolutely.
Best finale I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
We have to stop with these Traitors reunions. They're honestly like useless. There's too many people and it's not like long enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, that finale, I mean, you probably took the best player I've ever seen and the worst player I've ever seen. And it was just so epic.
So good. It was so good. And I mean, I had no doubt that Rob was going to win it. I knew that. Yeah. But the way toward the end that it was a flawless victory. Flawless. I
was thinking there was like 3 separate votes in like the finale alone. So like me and my boyfriend were watching and we're like, all right, Mara, this is your moment. And then we were like, all right, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's be honest. She hasn't voted right this entire time. She's not going to pull through for us at the end.
Stupid.
She's determined to vote wrong the entire show.
I swear she did. I swear she was.
And what kills me is, I don't know if like you have, but anyone out there that watched like her season of like Love Island before she became like the host, she was a bad bitch. I mean, she like verbally like eviscerated this like one dude like so bad in like one episode that it was like so like iconic. Oh my God. I think it was like UK's best season possibly like ever.
Wow.
You have to go back and even just like search like her like clip of her eviscerating like this like guy. And then I'm like, that's the Mara that should have been brought to the Traitors castle. Not this like naive, kind of airheadish, like blah blah. Like that's not her. So I don't understand what was even happening.
Wow, because I would not know. I wouldn't know that. I'm gonna have to look that clip up because
or if I find it, I'm gonna text it to you because it is something.
Okay, I need to see that because that's what she was giving on the season. A little airheaded, a little, And I don't know that she was so googly over Rob, but she did seem a little miffed that he had a girlfriend.
It was an awkward part of the reunion for sure. And speaking of the reunion, though, again, I'm upset because I stated it many a time that the person I was most excited for was Candace. And I mean, like, she was the biggest disappointment the whole time.
She was.
Girl, have you like never, I'm convinced she's never watched the show before. I'm convinced she doesn't even know she was on a show. Everything she took so personally. Even Renna was a better sport. And Renna, I think, is like a real life villain in real time.
Oh, yeah.
Even Mara, who the pinky promise, the line through the whole thing, him grabbing her head, we're going to win this.
I know.
And yes, she was devastated. I had goosebumps. It was chilling when he came out or whatever. But even at the end, she was like, you know what? If I was in your position, I probably would have done like the same thing. Kudos. I can't even be mad at it.
Right.
It was a game. That's the whole point of the show.
Candace. I know. Candace act like a big baby sore loser. I was like, girl.
a fool.
Stop.
She acted a fool up there. And
she
tried making the reunion like a housewives reunion when she was like, Colton, you told me that. Girl, keep your receipts. This is not housewives.
I know. I agree. I thought it was funny. Michael, he didn't say as much as I thought he was going to say. And maybe he got his hint when he got kicked out of there. But didn't love the reunion.
No.
Loved though this season. It, by far my favorite. And I've missed a few.
Completely agree.
But this one was so good. And I need to check with my niece to see if she finished it. So good. Yes.
Oh my God. So good.
It was. So if y'all didn't watch it, honey, pick a day binge. It was excellent. Well, we already told you one, but spoiler alert. Anyway. But yes. Things I'm looking forward to.
We're in the middle of a big week, Sherry. We're in the middle of a big week. We got one of my faves, Southern Hospitality, returning tomorrow.
That's right. That is right.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll be honest, I really don't know how I feel. I'm going to watch it, but the reboot of Ladies of London on Thursday.
I'm going to watch it, definitely.
I mean, I'm going to watch it too, but I don't know. I've heard nothing about anyone on like the cast. I don't even know who's on it.
They haven't done a lot of promo. They haven't.
Nothing.
No, so I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't see like the weekly like lineup like poster that they send out. I wouldn't even know that it was like premiering. You're
right, Joey, because they sure haven't. They haven't put that out at all. And I mean, I don't even know who's. Yeah, so that's odd. Right. But I'm gonna watch. I'm definitely gonna watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what else? Oh, we got big New York news. They announced the cast.
I have not seen that yet.
Oh, so we're getting 3. I'm not going to call them OGs. 3 recent people. They're bringing back Aaron, Sai, and Jessel, who I love.
Oh, I love Jessel. I do. I love Jessel. Okay.
And then we're getting 3 newbies. They did mention like their names. I really don't like know anyone.
So is Kara? Are they still going to put Raswell up there? Kara Raswell?
So she wasn't on like the list that I saw, but I did hear that she is coming back because she was listed on Bravo, which I also must have missed the part where like she was like a fan favorite because
I don't think so.
I never cared for her.
No.
But apparently people loved her.
I never did. I didn't like her dynamic with the Countess. I really, and I thought she was condescending. All
right, so Sai De Silva, Aaron Leach, not to interrupt you, Jessel Tank, Haley Glassman, Erica Hammond, and Daisy Toy. I don't know who any of those people are.
I don't. And no mention of Carol.
Right. Carol's not listed on the 6 people there, which is interesting because they made like a big announcement, like she was like returning.
They sure did.
Maybe she's like a friend of.
But don't you think that's weird? Because she's so much older than them. I mean, like, how's that even gonna work? I mean, I don't know. I didn't see pictures of the new girls, but my assumption is, I mean, how's that even gonna work? Because
as a friend of is the Bravo post.
Oh.
Who is she a friend of?
I can't fathom. I mean,
it's going to be Aaron, of course.
Probably. I could see that. I could see that. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to say because that last season.
I know. But you know what? I'll watch it just for Jessel and Pavitt because I'm a big fan of both.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. So yeah, I'll definitely be. I'll check them out. But yeah, so good. We got some good stuff coming up, guys. So yeah, I guess closing words, final words, Joey.
I mean, nothing. You know, we're very disappointed that they really gypped us on the Valley Persian style. But I mean, a lot's coming back like really soon. So I mean, we're getting, like I said, Southern Hospitality. I'm so excited. I love them so much. I think that Maddie was like made for reality television. She just has like star quality like all day long.
She does.
I'm gonna give Ladies of London a shot. Like I said, I don't know a single person. I've seen 0 promo for it, but you know, whatever. And And really, though, what I am holding my breath for is the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, because
me too.
Let me tell you, they are only an hour away from me, and I will be there this summer stalking every single one of them.
Oh, please do, because God, it looks so good. Yes, I can tell.
Good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a fan of that one. I already can tell. I will say this: I don't know how many people are watching, but I watched Summer House. What I found interesting is nobody misses Paige. I mean, the show is going off without a hitch. Paige DeSorbo is not on. Nobody seems to care. And
you know what's so funny is I don't watch Summer House personally, but I mean, obviously, like, you know, Paige is Paige, but I have not seen one social media comment about her. It's like, you're right. It's like no one even cares.
No one cares. Sierra is the one who's pretty much holding it down, and Amanda, of course. And the focus was between, as we found out, they're divorcing. So there is a lot of drama between Kyle and Amanda. But I'm enjoying this season. And no Paige. And Paige was, well, supposedly like the grounding. I mean, but we don't miss her. And Sierra is really, to me, just shining more. We don't miss her. Sorry.
That's, I feel like, a very slippery slope in general, because I feel like if Bravo executives can see, like, we can take someone that was the quintessential anchor of like the show.
That's right.
And the show is still successful. I feel like that really sets a precedent for other shows, and that
it does.
It should put everyone on notice.
It sure should, because I was shocked.
To break it, but the first person I think of is my beloved Teresa, and I will lose my mind.
Oh, I hope they don't do that. Though come on now, New Jersey without Teresa, I can't see it. But well, there's a lot of people that would.
I'm sure there are people who said that there would not be a Summer House without Paige, and look at us go.
I'm trying to tell you, she got on my nerves, but she was the anchor. Literally, and not miss the beat. The season is very good. It's like she never even existed. Shocking.
Wild.
It really is. And I will say, because I also watch Southern Charm, Craig is having a horrible season. He is spiraling. So, you got Paige and him, broken up, and now he's just he's dating a girl on there casually or whatever. Y'all, he is spiraling. It makes for good TV, but I hate it when he's like that, because when he drank, Paige had made him kind of a better man, and he's back to his old ways and hateful and mean when he's a drunk. And it's bad when you got Shep like all appalled. It just.
I don't watch that either, but even like his social media presence, I'm just like I've never been like a Craig fan at all. I was. He's so cute, but I was, because sometimes I felt like they would always try to or particularly Shep would try to they're all friends, but they would always try to make fun of Craig and kind of little boy him, and so he had this massive come up, which made Shep got a soundbite of him talking about them at BravoCon in the lobby of the hotel they were at. But this season is a bad look for him. It's a bad look for Venita too. And if let's watch that, she needs to be off the show. I don't know. And I know nothing about her. There's a ton of hate for her online.
She's earned every ounce of it, and I hate that she's the only Black cast member on the show. But honest to God, Joey, she needs to go. If she can't do any better than that, I can't even fight for her. I'm disgusted by her this season. Seriously, it is so. She's just not likable, and she used to be but. And I remember when they were on, we went to their cast. When we were at BravoCon, and I remember whoever the host was, I can't remember, asked, who surprised you the most this season? And a lot of them were like Venita, but it was the way they were saying it. Well, now watching it, I can see why that energy was coming. She is horrid this season. Horrible for no reason. And her distaste for Craig because of your loyalty to Paige, which is somebody you barely know. And I feel like people feel like she's trying to maybe slide over to Summer House, but she won't do well over there either. So there's that. No, slide in the comments. No, I want to know what y'all think, man, because honestly, I hate to say it, but she really is pissing me off. So it would not hurt my feelings if they got rid of her. Dragons have a spiral season. Do y'all agree Summer House is like moving on, like Miss Paige's Silver never even existed? It is good to me. Just yeah, let me know your feedback on all the things that we just talked about. But that's all I got, guys. Thank you as always for tuning in. We will be back. Oh God, no, we will not be next week. I will be in Mexico. Hopefully in a safe location.
Honest to God. Everyone send prayers.
I know. I'll be on the ship though, guys. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But hopefully I'll be back and then we will do this the week following. So
yes.
All right. So y'all have a great night. Thanks again.
Bye.
Leave us a comment, subscribe, like the video, all the things, and share it with a friend. All right. Good night. Bye.